Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kate and this is my makeup channel. This is also my first video, and for my first video, I did my everyday go-to makeup look. This is a makeup look. I mean, if I were just going to school and coming back home, let's face it, I don't wear makeup. But let's say if I had to run some errands, maybe go do some things, then I'll put this on. Very fresh-faced, you look awake, it makes your skin look healthy, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So let's just get started. Okay, so first I like starting off with moisturizing my skin. When you start off with a moisturizer, it makes like a smoother base for when you apply your foundation. So I'm just gonna do a little pea-sized amount like this. Just gonna rub it all over my face. Usually want to let it soak in for about 3 to 5 minutes, just so that way then it really gets into your skin. Usually when you apply moisturizer, it leaves your face feeling smooth and hydrated, and that's what you want. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This one's like a moussey texture, so it's really going to smooth out your pores. It's going to, like, if you have any texture, it's sort of going to go over it and make it very smooth and, you know, less noticeable. So I'm just going to apply it around the T-zone. Now that I applied the primer, I like to go on with foundation. This one is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Light Beige. I don't like using more than one pump because I feel like the more foundation you put, the cakier you'll look, and overall, personally at least, I feel like you just look better the less foundation you have. So I like to do a couple dots around my face, and I'll even put some dots around my neck. You always want to make sure you blend down the neck, because if you don't, you can get what people call the mask, and it's basically like when your foundation line is like right here, and then it's like your neck's a different color, your face is a different color. So always want to blend down the neck, and I'm going to take my beauty blender to blend that out. Now that all that's blended out, I still have excess foundation on the back of my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little extra coverage where I need it, which is right here around my cheek area. And I'm also going to cover up any blemishes that I have. Now the foundation's done, I like to go in with concealer. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC25. I'm going to blend my concealer out with, I believe this is the Morphe G2, and then I'm going to set it with a little bit of the RCMA No Color Powder using my e.l.f. blush brush. With the RCMA No Color Powder, just putting a little bit in the cap is enough. Just think of it this way, the less you put in the cap, the less you'll put on your face, which will keep you from turning cakey and looking weird. I like to pat it in with my finger first just to warm it up and distribute it where I want it, and then I'll go in with a brush and blend it out. Right after I'm done blending out the concealer, I like to go straight in with the powder just to make sure it stops it from creasing. And if any excess powder is left on your skin, that's fine. You can leave it there for a few minutes just so it really sets it in. Once I'm done putting concealer under my eyes, I like to put a little bit on my eyelids just to cover up the darkness up top. I also like to put a little bit right here on my chin, right here, along the sides of my mouth because it's a little dark for me. Right on top of my cupid's bow, down my nose, and in between my eyebrows. Now that that's all done, I'm going to quickly go in with the powder just to set it all. And with the little bit of powder that's left in the cap, I'm going to just sweep it across my face. Once my foundation, concealer, and powder are all done, I like to go in with a little bit of bronzer. This one is the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. It's very loved, as you can tell, almost out of it. I do have a backup though, so that's a good thing. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques multi-purpose brush. I'm not going to contour. I don't contour on a daily basis, but I don't like to go below the hollow of the cheek. I feel like when you bring bronzer below the hollow, it makes it look either muddy or it'll like drag your face down instead of making it look nice and sculpted. I like to go right along the cheekbone. I also like to do it at my temples. I personally like to stipple it on. I feel like you get the most pigment doing that, and then I blend it out. I'll also hit my jawline to make it look like I have a sharper jaw. Right under my bottom lip and right under the tip of my nose. After bronzer, I like to go in with blush. This is the Tarte's Clay Blush Palette. This is my favorite blush palette ever. I think Tarte's blushes are some of the best out there. My two favorite ones are these two middle colors. This one's Laugh and this one's Love. Usually I'll mix them, so I'll just go a few times in each and I'll tap off the excess. And I don't like doing my blush at the apples of the cheeks right in the front. I feel like it makes my face look like too enclosed. I like to start the blush at near my temple and I'll stipple it on, and like I'll go back and forth, and every time I come forth I go a little further. And once I feel like it's enough, then I'll start blending it out. Following up blush is highlight, and today I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This one is in the shade Precious Petals, and it is absolutely gorgeous. For being, I believe, $4, it's a really good drugstore highlight. I'm going to be taking that on my Real Techniques setting brush. So I like to hit the top of my cheekbones, right above my eyebrow. I'll do a little bit on the tip of my nose. I'll also put a little bit right where the divot of your nose bridge is. A little bit on my cupid's bow. And a little bit on the other side. Once the highlight is put on, that means all the powders are put on your face. So it's time for setting spray. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Setting Spray. It's actually really good. I'm just going to spray it a few times. And then I'm going to go in with a dry Real Techniques sponge, and I like to press it in, especially on my T-zone. I feel like it keeps me from getting oily. And it also pushes all of the powders into my skin. Once I'm done with the spray in my face and putting all the powders and making sure everything's set, I like to go in and do my brows. This is a little sample of the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is in the shade 6, which is the darkest shade. It's a little too dark for me, but I like it. I mean, I feel like it gives more depth to my brows. As you can see, I already have pretty full brows as is. So all I do is I just fill in right here at the top of my arches just to give me a shape because I have pretty straight eyebrows. So yeah, I'm going to show you how now. Once I'm done using the brow pencil, I like to go in with the brow gel. This one is the Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara. I like using it as a brow gel. It's actually really nice and it holds the brow hairs in place for a long time. I'm just going to run that through, set them in place, and then we're moving on to lashes. For an everyday makeup routine, I personally don't use false lashes. I would say at least, I have decent length lashes. So I'm just going to curl them. This is the Tarte Lash Curler. My everyday mascara to use is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I like it because it gives length, it volumizes a lot, and it makes your lashes look like you have 20 times more. I'm just going to apply this to the top and the bottom lashes. Next is lips. Personally, my favorite everyday lipstick is MAC's Velvet Teddy, and I also like to do a lip gloss on top of it. And my favorite lip gloss is the Buxom White Russian. It has like a little bit of a plumping effect. It's very like cooling and it's just really nice. So I'm just going to apply this. And this is the final look. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my everyday go-to makeup look. I know it is like a little bit more than a little bit of makeup, you know, but it's still wearable for day to day and it makes your skin look healthy, which is good. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!